Hi and welcome to my channel. So I've got good news today because the UK government has made a massive announcement about increasing the number of extra hours that you can work on a work visa in the UK. So there are obviously so many conditions for this, but I'm really excited because I know it's going to help so many people. So if you're watching this right now and you're in the UK on a work visa, this is for you. If you're on a student visa, it's also important for you. If you're on a dependent visa, very relevant. But also if you're still out of the UK, this is very important because it should also help you with that judgment that you're making. Which jobs should you be applying for? Which ones should you not? What should you be aiming for? So if you're new to my channel, obviously you're welcome. If you're a returning subscriber, I appreciate your time. And I do hope that you're implementing all these things that I'm talking about, because look, I'm all about implementation. So in this video, I'm going to be telling you what are the changes that have been confirmed, what are the changes that are still upcoming, which visa exactly is eligible for these, what are the conditions and what are the terms, what should you look out for, and who exactly is this for? Because like I said, there are so many conditions for this, and if you're not careful, it can lead to quite a lot of confusion and people will end up doing extra hours when they should not be doing, because this is huge when you're applying for indefinite leave to remain after 5 years in the UK. If you have done jobs that you should not be doing, for example, you can get your indefinite leave to remain refused. And if they refuse, you need to leave the UK. So everything that you're doing now is building up towards that time. So please don't feel that nobody's going to find out. Make sure that you understand the immigration rules. If you don't know, you ask, because they are very important. And look, many people get their indefinite leave to remain applications refused and denied because they have done things in the course of the 5 years that they shouldn't do. So don't think that they don't know. And obviously, I'm all about career progression in the UK, securing the best visa sponsorship opportunities in the UK, the highest paying work from home opportunities, starting your own side business so that you can retire early. So, if you're new here and we haven't met before, if you check the comment section below, you're going to see a link to my newsletter. If you join that newsletter, then I send you all those updates, about the UK, about visa sponsorship opportunities directly to your inbox so that you never miss out on vital information such as this. Like I've said, if you're in the UK or planning to come to the UK, information is power. You don't want to be ignorant. You don't want to say, oh, you didn't know about this. So, no, the law does not pardon any ignorance. And that's why I'm here to bring you the latest information, the most up to date details, so that you can excel, you can thrive, you can succeed, and you can live a beautiful life in the UK. So, if you check that newsletter, it's not going to take you up to 20 seconds to join. You drop your name and email and bang on, you're part of the newsletter, and then I'll send that info directly to your inbox. So what are these changes actually that have been announced? So these changes are already in force obviously right now, and it's about working extra hours. So what the changes say is that if you are on a health and care worker visa, you can work more than 20 hours if need be, if you want to, obviously. But like I've said, there are so many conditions for this. So I'm going to tell you what these conditions are. Normally, if you're on a UK visa, the normal law, no matter the visa that you have, if you have a work visa, it's always that you can work no more than 20 hours extra on top of your contracted hours, and it's got to be in a job that has the same code as the job that you've been sponsored for. This is the same for students as well. If you've got a student visa, you can work 20 hours, during term time, maximum 20 hours, and then you can work obviously full time during holidays. So, with this new change, what they've said is if you are on a health and care visa, so again, it's not for everybody. So you need to be very careful. Make sure that you've got the right type of visa that enables you to be able to work these extra hours. Otherwise, it does not apply, and you still need to stick to the 20 hours a week maximum, of the extra hours. So basically, if you have a health and care visa and you want to do a job that is eligible for a health and care worker visa, then obviously you can work more than 20 hours extra if you want to. And to do this, you don't need to do anything. You don't need to change your visa. You don't need to inform the home office. You don't need to inform your work manager. It's got nothing to do with anybody, because this is coming directly from the home office. But you need to make sure that that job that you're doing is got to be on the shortage occupation list, and it's got to be eligible for the health and care worker visa. And you yourself, you've got to be having a health and care worker visa. So what this means is, if you have a job that is, say, eligible for the health and care worker visa and is not on the shortage occupation list, you can only do 20 hours per week maximum on that particular job. It also means that if you want to do any other job that is outside of this sector, you know, then you're still restricted to the 20 hours. And remember that the most important thing is, any job that is not on the same code as the visa that you've got, you are not legally allowed to be doing that job at all whatsoever if you're on a UK visa. Again, like I say, I'm saying this because, by the way, if you're new here, you don't know who I am. My name is Melvis. I currently work for the NHS here in England as an advanced nurse practitioner. So I have a private career coaching service where I support nurses, carers, students, student nurses, prospective student nurses with career progression in the UK. So I support with getting these visa sponsorship jobs in the UK. But most importantly, what I'm really passionate about and what I spend most of my time doing is supporting with career progression in the UK. So if you're already in the UK and you're a carer, for example, you're thinking, oh my God, I'm enjoying what I'm doing, or I'm not enjoying what I'm doing, and look, I need something else, I need something different, I need something better. If you join my private coaching program, which is called Nursing Career Bootcamp, if you check the About section of this YouTube channel, you're going to see a link to Nursing Career Bootcamp. By all means, you need to join that, because then we will be able to go through your journey. Look, there are lots of opportunities in the UK that are very highly paid. You don't even need a degree, you don't even need any experience. All you need is to know how to apply. All you need is to know what the job needs. All you need is to know what they are going to ask you during the interview, how you answer those interview questions. And if you get that job, look, you can be earning over £30,000 per year without any degree, earning more than a qualified nurse. And these are even healthcare jobs. So you need to be very wise, you need to be very smart, you need to be very strategic, because the things that I know now, 12 years ago when I moved to the UK, I didn't know that. And that's why I dedicate my time teaching, colleagues that have come to the UK, colleagues that are not aware of these things, so that you don't get into the trap that some of us have gotten into. And look, let me tell you, some of these changes that the government makes, these changes are not for the good of the immigrants. Let me tell you, these changes is simply because people don't want to do these jobs in the UK, because the jobs are so low paid and so stressful that nobody's interested. So when I'm sharing this and saying, oh, good news, you can work extra hours, look, you need to be wise, you need to be smart, because there are side hustle ideas that you can be starting, easy and legal things that you can do. There are other sectors, other industries that you can get into, there's career progression that you can do. You need to be wide, you need to think wide, you need to think smart, and you need to make hay while the sun shines, because by the time you're pushed to do all these extra hours, before you know it, it's going to be 20 years in the UK, and you're going to be broke, no house, no money, regretting, stuck, and thinking, oh my God, what have I been doing? It's 20 years in the UK. Many people are in this situation. And so that's why I'm here to tell you the reality of it and to say, look, while this is good as a temporary measure, if you're working these extra hours, it is not a sustainable way of living in the UK. Because first of all, you're going to be well taxed. By the time you do all of these hours, all the money is going to go into taxes. So like I say, the government is not making all these changes for the good of us as immigrants. It is for the good of the government, because not only are you going to pay a lot more taxes, but you're also going to be doing so many hours, because they don't have anybody to do these jobs because they're so low paid and incredibly stressful. If you know what I'm talking about, you're already in the UK, please leave a comment in the comment section below. What has your experience been? How is it going for you? It is not easy, I'm telling you this. Even though I support colleagues to get these jobs, the intention is not that you stay in this job forever. Personally, I'm a nurse myself, but look, I'm hoping to retire by the time I'm 40 years old from nursing, even though I've progressed beautifully to now working as an advanced nurse practitioner, and I appreciate that, and I earn a lot of money for the job that I do, but still, I've got other plans. And that's why I'm saying, so you need to be wise, you need to be smart. When I'm sharing all of this and saying, oh, good news, I want you to think wide. So basically, those are the changes. So obviously, if you've got a health and, care worker visa, you can do those extra hours, with another employer. If you want to do more than 20 hours, you can do that. But what the government has said is you need to make sure that it is safe. Your employer still needs to monitor how much you're working. So you need to be careful as well, because when you're working these extra hours, you're far more likely to make mistakes. You're far more likely to make errors than when you work fewer hours. So you need to be very careful, because in this country, when you're going to make errors and make mistakes, you're going to be in deep trouble. So you need to be very, very careful with the extra hours, because people are going to get all excited. If you're a nurse, for example, many nurses get referred to the NMC. You look, working extra hours is a massive, massive part of that, because it makes you tired, it makes you stressed, it makes you more likely to make mistakes. You need to be very careful, because these jobs that are on this eligible for these extra hours, they are all really difficult jobs. And that is the reason why they've only added these jobs. If you have the nice jobs like in IT or all other sectors, you're not allowed to do all these hours, for example, because those are high paying sectors, and the people there, they don't even do all these crazy, things that we have to do in healthcare. So you need to make sure that, if you're doing the hours, you're doing that within, the legal framework. You're doing that legally. And if you're not sure, you need to ask somebody. So if you're enjoying this content, by the way, I want you to like the video. It lets me know that you like content like this, and obviously I should do more. But if you haven't subscribed to the channel, I do want to hit subscribe right now. Turn on that notification button so you're the first to be notified when I drop a new video on here. But most importantly, if you haven't joined that newsletter, check the comment section below. Join the newsletter so I can send that info directly to your inbox. But if you want my individualized, my personalized, and that tailored support, whether it's with career progression in the UK, securing visa sponsorship jobs, starting a side hustle, you want those work from home opportunities, you need to check out my private coaching program and the about section of this YouTube channel, Nursing Career Bootcamp, and do join. And then you have access to all the resources that you need and that you rightfully so deserve to excel, to thrive, and to live a beautiful life here in the UK. If you've got any questions, leave them in the comment section below. I'm going to join you there so we can talk more about this particular aspect. And because obviously, like I said, there are so many conditions, so many ifs, so many buts. You need to make sure that you're doing it right. And from the 27th of August 2023, there's going to be even more changes. So you want to make sure that you're also checking the official government website. When you see this info on YouTube, you need to check the official government website so that you can read it yourself as well. Understand it directly from the horse's mouth, if I can call it that, so that there's no ambiguity. But like I've said, if you've got any questions, leave them in the comment section below, and I'm going to join you in there and answer those questions. I've done videos about all sorts of things in the UK: career progression, interview preparation, different types of visas, how to move to the UK, how to thrive in the UK, work from home jobs, starting a side hustle, types of all sorts of things. Keep watching the videos. Do share this with your colleagues, loved ones, family, friends, so that they too can benefit from this information. Because like I said, there are some people that will benefit from this. And personally, I don't like working extra hours, within this profession, but I know that, again, it's a matter of time. So keep watching the videos, and I'll see you in the next video.